YouTube, what's going on? It's the young gunner, DJ G-Wiz, back again with another video. So guys, today is Tuesday. It's been a day, been a challenge. Just getting back, getting a late start. I'm about to get changed and head to the gym. But I just wanted to drop this little message. This one today is going to be for the young men. I would say age 18 to 30. Young men, do not miss this window of opportunity. So, of course, I got the board again, and it's going to be challenging for me to kind of illustrate it. I'm going to do the best I can. It's something you guys should already know, but someone, over the age of 30 would be able to tell you this. And this is for my fellas, ladies out there. I can't really speak on your experience as much as I could speak for a man's or young man's experience because I've dealt with this. So let me grab my board. So guys, young men, let's talk about your life. Let's talk about the journey that you'll take in your life. So 0 to 18, you're in school. So school. Okay. Who are your main influences when you're at this age, from 0 to 18 years old? Your parents, your family, classmates, etc. So this is the sweet spot I'm talking about, from 18 to 30. We're going to come back to this spot. So let's go from 30 and beyond. This is marriage. This is kids. This is career. So let's just say you live to be 80, and that's a great life. 80 years old. 80. Now, as a man, 18 years old, you graduated high school, but you're probably in between college, military, or you're working, or you're in a trade school, or you're figuring it out. Let's just say figuring it out. So guys, now that you see where everything lays with the ages in your timeline in a young man's life, here we go. So being 18 or being between 18 and 30, it sucks because you're grown enough to make adult decisions, but you don't have the money or the influence to do so. So it's kind of like you're a man, but you're not a man. You're like a junior man. So in this age right here is confusion, frustration, and you guys can't see it, it's fine, and hopelessness. Now, the whole point of this video is to show you that if you don't do something between the age of 18 to 30, you're going to be stuck in that position forever and ever and ever and ever. So that means at 18, if you're not pursuing something in college, going to trade school, in military, or doing some type of work, you got a high paying skill, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer after the age of 30, because this stuff right here, the marriage, the kids, the money chase, paying for all this, you're going to be frustrated because you're going to feel like you're in a dead end job. So when you're 18 years old, or between this 18 to 30-year-old marker, it's important that you try new things. You take risk. You eat it. You know, you try everything that you can. A lot of times I remember this was me working part-time jobs. This was me fighting to get a key holder position at a retail chain. You're going to work a lot of small odd jobs. Women will pass you up. You do credit checks. You won't get approved because maybe your income, maybe you don't have enough credit. That's all a part of this learning experience right here. 18 to 30 is where you learn to become a man. This is where life begins. 9 times out of 10, you're going to drive a crappy car. This is the age where you learn to fix things on your car. Maybe you live with your parents, or you have a roommate. This is the age where you start learning how things work in the house. Maybe you start fixing the toilet. Maybe you start figuring out how appliances work. You know, this is where that sweet spot comes in. When you get out of this, if you can come out of this with no kids, you have a chance. Now, if you do have kids, that's going to put more pressure on college, military, or finding a job, or the trade school. That means you're going to have to get to this faster. And I feel like a lot of times young men between 18 and 30 fail because you have kids too fast. You don't give yourself time to develop. This is the developmental stage right here. If you're having kids here, you could be missing out on some long-term money because this is the learning stage of life. Not saying there's anything wrong with having kids at this age, but here's the thing. The women that choose you, or the women that you're in a relationship with, they want a man who can provide and protect. And if you can do it at that age, all power to you. But understand, the money that you make at 25 can't be the same as it is when you're 30 and 35. Every three to 5 years, you need to be progressing on to either a new title with a bigger salary. Every 3 to 5 years, you need to be moving up the chain. So 18, let's just say 25, 30. At 18, you should be starting your journey on something. At 25, you should be a key holder or a manager level, shift leader, something. You need to have some type of authority at 25. And by 30, you should be salary. In my opinion, you should be doing everything you can to get to a salary level by 30. But guys in this 18 to 30, do not miss that window of opportunity of learning and growth. Yes, it's going to suck. Yes, it's going to feel like everybody is driving Ferraris and Bentleys and you're driving this beat up Honda Civic. Yeah, it's going to feel like that. Women aren't going to date you like they dated in high school and middle school and all that. It's going to be different because you're trying to compete with men 30 and up who are already established, who've done all the hard work, who've done 5, 10, 15 years in the military. And you're trying to compete with them where they've already got a house, they got, cars, they got plenty in savings, 401k, IRA, all that stuff. So guys, between 18 and 30, do not get discouraged. When you get to 30 and you've done all of this and you've done the hard work and you've invested in yourself, you've been to the gym, you focused on your look, you've looked and done some higher education, maybe, you're in a trade school or whatnot, you have your own business, you're an electrician, you went to the military, you went to college for STEM, you're going to get everything you want at the age of 30. But you have to be patient. Patient is the key to this game. I know today's video is super boring, but just please listen to me. If you play the long game, by the time you get to 30, your life will be so easy. You'll have everything you ever wanted. And like I said, you don't have to thank me for this. Just stay on your path and keep chasing the career, because at the end of the day, it's never going to stop. The 100,000 that you make today is good, but you're going to have to keep getting more. So guys, hope you learned something. My young bucks out there between the age of 18 and 30, keep grinding, stay away from the kids and these crazy relationships. Just focus on your career and focus on your passions. Make sure you're saving your money. Start your 401k early, so then by the time you get to 60, you got a fat stack waiting on you. So guys, think about this. Pass this on. Age 18 to 30, this is where the young kings are made. This is where it all begins. This is where you learn the most. Love you guys. Young Gunner DJ G-Wiz, and we out.